Already mic testing, mic testing. Okay, perfect. Let me go to my main camera. Alright, we're live. And as you guys can tell by Zala thumbnail, today I'm going to be working on more anime AI logic and Unreal Engine 5 using C++. That's last stream I did go over Blender because it was like Tuesday where I work on something that's not really programming type stuff. That's let's go to my gameplay screen. And guys, I actually forgot to kind of scale my Gemini app to my vertical streams video. Okay, let's just go ahead and extend it a bit from here. There we go. I think that's pretty much it. Okay, let's say something like Sensei, I'm live, exclamation. Okay, there we go. And guys, if I do sound kind of dead, it's because I just came from college, I think like 2 hours ago. Okay, and let's just go ahead and open the Dodge. Let me open the my Dodge the enemy file. This was the project that I created last Monday, which is like 2 days ago. Okay, and I added like movement logic and all that stuff. That's it. I gotta go ahead and most likely update my Visual Studio, but I'll probably do it after I'm done with the stream today. Okay, let's just go ahead and close all that. Let's exit this from here. Let's get the chat up there. Do that. Okay, I think this is pretty much it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and run the code real quick here. While I have the code running, let me go ahead and get Gemini here and read the intro type stuff. Okay, hello Wig, have you turned Beeline already? Hi doing Kedausus, I appreciate you joining the stream. And that's it, I'm gonna try Beeline like soon. Okay, the greatest glory in living lies not in failing, but in rising every time we fall, said by Nelson Mandela. Okay, wake up, eyes on the screen, we're back in the trenches, and I don't care how tired you are from your exams. The compiler doesn't take days off. Guys, I didn't have exams yet, it is like tomorrow though. Okay, you're back on stream. And they aren't here to watch you fumble with red underlines. They're here to see a boss wake up and hunt you. Okay, you left us with a broken AI module link last time. If you haven't fixed that build.cs file yet, you're effectively trying to drive car with no spark plugs. Honestly, I did like complete the whatchamacallit, the red squiggly line stuff. I think I should have used Claude. I should have used Claude instead of Gemini. What up, guys? So this is GB's minimum requirement for Unity, blah blah blah. There, I think that's Gemini, right? Okay, finally man, again you smile. Okay, finally man, again you smile is beautiful. You got a nice emotion today, right? Honestly, I'd say like today was kind of fun to be honest. Okay, that's it. Let's go all the way up here. I think I'm done. Let me try writing the code and showing you guys what I did so far. So if I were to go ahead and extend this, alright guys, let's go all the way up here. There we go. Okay, now let's just go ahead and extend this real quick. I'm gonna open my OBS real quick just to kind of scale this up and check if the scaling is proper. I think it's pretty good, right? There we go, and then I could go to there. There, I think the scaling is pretty good. Now, if I were to go ahead and click content browser, let's just extend it a bit. There we go. If I did content browser, load in my map. Even though I did work on my movement logic, I think there's like a small bug here. Let me actually show you guys what the bug is real quick. But before that, I'm gonna go to my thumb and kind of fix his mesh. There we go. Let's get him a bit lower. And there now, if I were to run the code, this is what actually happened last stream. Oops. There, when I turn really fast and I can just move toward the left and toward the right. To be honest, I'll come back tomorrow and check the Vivek tries Beeline status. Goodbye. Honestly, I appreciate this stream, Kanaz. I'll catch you next stream. Okay, and I might actually try Beeline soon too. Maybe after this series. Okay, so firstly, what is something I might want to do? I might want to go to my content drawer, my inputs, and then let's click my IMC defaults. And let's just skim over this and check if I did everything correct here. For my modifiers, I added a Swiss input access modifier, that is correct. And then I added, let's say, a modifier for my S as well, which has a negate for negative. I had a modifier for my A, which is going to be negate, and my D did not have any modifiers. Okay, so I think this is kind of correct. So something might be wrong in my actual code. Unless, if I were to go ahead and click my thumb here and then type something like detail, let's go with something like details as panel. Okay, wait, by detail I meant input. Let's go with something like inputs. There, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of extend this so I have more room to see stuff. There. Okay, so order receive input. I do have a IA underscore move for my move action, IA underscore look for my look action, RMB, summon action. Okay, so I basically did everything correct in my Unreal Engine. Something is wrong in the code. So let me skim through my code real quick as well. The base things that I needed a U camera component, I needed a U spring arm component, I needed a U input action, a U input mapping context, and a F input action value. Okay, and then I went up ahead and I created a pointer for my camera, boom, a pointer for my follow camera, a pointer for my default mapping, a pointer for my move action, a pointer for my look action, RMB action, and a pointer for my summon action. This part is correct. Now my RMB underscore pressed and RMB underscore released has functions for them. B underscore pressed, B underscore released had functions for them as well, including Boolean checks. And this part is correct. Okay, so I guess something is wrong in my C++ file. Okay, so I went up ahead and firstly I included my Springam component from my game framework. I included my camera components, my enhanced input subsystems as header files, enhanced input components as header files, input action values as header files. And then I created my camera, created my spring arm. Okay, in my begin play, I got my player's controller, casted it, then checked if my player controller is not null PDR. I do this, else I do that. Okay, something might be wrong in this block of code, I guess. Okay, GG, how doing? Triple J, appreciate you joining the stream. Okay, so subsystems points towards add mapping context, default mappings. So this part is correct, that part is correct. My move function is something wrong here, let's see. I have a f vector 2D, which is my get vector. So I got my scale value, I got my rotation. Okay, rotation is gonna be get control rotation, blah blah blah. F rotator, your rotation, okay, and then I get my world direction as well. World direction, F rotation matrix, your rotation, get unit axis is E axis is X axis. Same thing for my right vector, but I just changed my E axis to be Y axis instead of X axis here. That's correct. I mean, world direction, scale value. I actually think everything looks correct here. Okay, and then scale value, I have, I checked if my B is being pressed. Okay, this is like for my look function. I cannot look up or down even though I added yaw and pitch. The last time I had this issue, I worked up with like, whatchamacallit, I think the delta time, not delta time, I worked on adding my Swiss input action value, that fixed it, but this time I already had that. I went with if my U enhanced input component equals to cache check player input component. Okay, in that case, everything is correct, right? The only thing that might be off is my player controller is get local player. Okay, get local player. Maybe I could go ahead and let's say open my Unreal Engine again. Not Unreal Engine, my Visual Studio. Okay, hey bro, I know the basics of C language as of now. I do want to learn game dev, but I'm confused between C++ and C#. How should I learn? Any suggestions? Honestly, since I did like work on C++, even though many of you guys did say C# is much easier, I would like recommend C++ because that's the only language that I've learned besides Python. So if you do want to actually learn C++, I do like have a detailed roadmap that I've used just for like the C++ basics and all that stuff. You could actually join my Discord server and mention me there. I could DM it to you. That said, if you're actually working with C++ or even C#, I would firstly recommend, like, before working on a game engine, I would recommend using like SDL3 or like SDL in general, because that gives you a basic grasp on how everything works. Because SDL, you gotta like do everything on your own, but C++ does give you I'd say like a few helper function and all that stuff. For example, if I use my character class, I wouldn't bother adding jump myself because they already give me a jump function. So before moving to a game engine, I would recommend using SDL because you do more of the programming part yourself. Okay, that said, so a player controller, this is going to be player controller. So, okay, let's see. So I have something like an RMB function. The logic for adding mapping context is fine. You should look at your move logic. Okay, so for my move function, I firstly get a scale vector. A scale value. So this, I get a scale value here, and then I get my rotation. F rotator, okay, get control rotation, that is correct. F rotator, your rotation, okay. Rotation dot y. Okay, I think, Okay, this part is correct. F vector for my world direction. My right direction is world direction as well. F rotation matrix. F rotation matrix. Okay, I think my move function is pretty accurate. Let's hit Control S. What could something else be that I missed? I think it's a very silly mistake here because I only have access of my yaw rotation, not my pitch. I added a pitch for my movement or for my look action, and this works for my pitch. Okay, let's see. I think it's something wrong with my begin play. So if player controller PC. Okay, maybe I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Okay, what if I go with? I mean that's correct. I could go ahead and just let's say. Uh, what does this button here do? Okay, what if I click this? Okay, maybe. What if I were to like exit my, let's say, Visual Studio from there and open Visual Studio again, and let's say maybe go on to my Summon X project. I want to kind of like see if I made the same exact mistake here or is something different. Just want to use this as a reference because I did like write this. The reason my old program was probably wrong is because I wrote that very quick because I had to go and study for my exam. Okay, so that is my boss header files. I'm going to go on to my Necromancer's header files. These are the basic headers that I need that I already have them added, okay? And the basic pointers that I need as well. Let's move on to C++. Okay, in the C++ file, I did everything correct. PC get local player priority is set to 0. Okay, that is kind of correct. And then a Necromancer. Okay, I mean, I think I did everything correct here. Controller, get control rotation. Where could it be that I messed up? Everything here is correct. Ignore the negative Y. I can like fix that anytime. Okay, by any chance, did I not add look vector? Did I go with my movement vector up there? I don't think that makes sense. Okay, I mean, that was like pretty much it, to be honest. I could go ahead and exit that, open my Visual Studio again. This time, let's go to my DOS enemy. Okay, damn hard work. Honestly, I feel like it does get kind of fun once you actually understand it. This is like the most tedious part up here to like kind of debug your program once it's a bit, once it gets a little messed up. Okay, let's see. So, I did use look vector here. So where am I messing up? Let's think. I guess that I have triggered, I have started, I have completed. So if my move action is triggered on this object, I want to do what this function tells me to do. This is my Tom's move function, which has the correct details to it. Okay, I guess I want to run my program again. Let me try compiling it. I'm going to go with Control Alt F11. Let's go ahead and compile this because sometimes it's like if you compile it wrong, it kind of messes up. Okay, let's see. I'll go with something like yes to apply all. And then let's wait for it to compile. The first time it takes a bit longer to compile because it's just a new project. Okay, there we go. So it says succeeded in 20 seconds. Now let's run the code. Okay, so 2 issues. Why don't you ask the AI where you messed up? I mean, I ask like AI and like ChatGPT, like Gemini or AI in general where I messed up and all that stuff if I don't understand the code, but I do understand this code, so I feel like it's going to be kind of a waste to actually ask an AI because I wanted eventually my goal is to like try figuring these things out on my own, but I do ask new stuff, for example, new content, how to implement that. Hold up, guys, I think I already figured it out. Like, I just might need maybe another minute. Okay, let's go with something like Tom Direction. Why is my phone volume not muted? There we go. Okay, let's think carefully. So, included the basics. Okay, my character, the header file is automatically included. Camera is correct, follow camera is correct, default mapping is correct. Why do I move fast? Let's think. So what all steps should I take? Okay, thank you. Okay, I would disable live coding in editor settings and just directly compile. Honestly, the program does compile. There's like a logic error. I don't think there's a syntax error. Summon action. So the thing is move action. So you input action, edit anywhere, blueprint read only, category inputs. Okay, headers are correct. C++ should be correct. Okay. I know that my R&B function works because I see my mouse disappearing when I hit my right mouse button. F. Okay, let's see the spelling carefully. F input action value. Okay, constant F input action value. It's constant F input action value. Okay, that's correct. Okay, is it a lowercase v up here in my parameters? It is an uppercase v. So where am I missing out? Enhanced enhanced input subsystems as header files, enhanced input components as header files. Okay, then I go ahead and add content to my constructor. In my begin play, I check if my player controller, which is going to be represented by a pointer called PC, is going to be equal to cast a player controller, my controller. If PC is not null PDR, and if my UN anti local player subsystem, which is represented by a pointer called subsystem, is equal to U local player, I use a scope resolution operator to get my subsystem and add my U enhanced input local player subsystem in my prof ankle braces. Subsystem, add mapping context, default mapping, priority 0. Yo, bro, AI is going to kill us. What you think? Honestly, I would like say that AI is gonna like take over the basic programming or like the junior level programmer stuff and all that. But AI does like the skill to like innovate stuff or like critically think. So that's what humans gotta do. But if humans like completely rely on AI, they're gonna become like dependent and gonna lose most of their innovation or innovative skills, because almost every new thing that's been created is through critical thinking. AI can just do what it's programmed to do type stuff. If that made any sense, guys. Okay, wait, Tom. Okay, F input action value. Am I really getting my values? Input action values is header files. I think I gotta go to my Unreal Engine. And then, oh, I know. Guys, I think I figured it out. I gotta go to my content drawer, and then I gotta go to my IA underscore look. From digital boolean, I gotta change it to 2D vector. There we go. Guys, all it takes is a bit of brainstorming, and then it gets really easy. There we go. And now, if I were to go ahead and compile the code, let's hit Control Alt F11. This should work. What is the problem? What are you trying to find? Honestly, my movement was kind of sloppy. That is definitely because I did not set my F input action or my, what was it called? I forgot. Let me go ahead and click my look action. Okay, that's because I set my value. I kept my value to like boolean type instead of a 2D vector. And now I should be able to turn properly and then move forward, backwards, left and right. There we go, guys. Patience is all we need. Okay, let's go ahead and close this now. Okay, once I'm done with this, let's go ahead and move on to the second part where I'm going to be summoning object while clicking a button and all that stuff. To do that, I'm going to go to my header files. I did create a summon this function, I think this Monday or something. I'm going to go ahead and define the function that I declared. So let's say under my look action, I'm going to go ahead and add a comment that says something like summon action. So I'm going to go ahead and define the summon action that I've declared inside of my header files. For my summon action, what is something that I might need? Firstly, I'm going to go ahead and get a hold of my summon action from my Tom's class. This is going to be called something like summon. Okay, and my summon action does not require any parameters, so I'm just going to add it for curly braces. Now, in my summon action, what are the key things that I would need for my summon action? Firstly, I might want to get my world, so I'm going to go with something like get world. To get my world, I'm going to go with something like UWorld, which is basically Unreal's world. That is going to be represented by a pointer called something like world, which is going to be equal to get world. There we go. Then I'm going to go with the prof parentheses, ending with a semicolon. Once I'm done getting my world, what is something else that I might need to summon? I get my world. This is basically some sort of permission from Unreal Engine to have access to my world. I might want to go to my header files here and let's say store the actor class that I want to summon when I click a button. Since I want to store something, I'm going to go ahead, or since I want to store an actor class that I want to eventually summon, I got to really create that actor class. Speaking of actual class, guys, I think that let's open my Blender real quick. Okay, wait, maybe not my Blender. Hold up, guys. Let's exit that. I did work on making a Blender mesh yesterday. It was my Lisa's Blender mesh. There we go. I might want to use this, even though it's not completed. I spent like a lot of time making this, so I kind of want to use it up. Okay, let's get this a bit here, I guess. And then let's just kind of scale it from here too. And then kind of extend it to the top. There we go. And in case you guys did not know, definitely check my last stream out, which is my yesterday's stream. How do you move here? Alright, guys, I kind of forgot how do we move here. I think you press shift and you move, or like control and you move. Shift, there we go. You press shift and you move around. There we go. Okay, so this was basically the mesh that I created where I did not know how to make arms or like how to model arms. So, guys, hold up, guys. I'm just getting kind of used to moving. So I kind of just added that like dagger looking stuff. Although I saved this as a QLB file, I'm assuming I did. Let me check real quick. So I'm gonna open my file explorer. Okay, let's go to something like desktop. In my desktop, I'm gonna go to Blender items. Whoops, this is Blender items. Let's go to something like Blender QLB files. I'm gonna go to something like NPC. I see Lisa here. Is this the Lisa that I was looking for? Was it? Because I remember having a Lisa mesh before. Oh, I did not. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. Okay, let's go here. I'm gonna go ahead and extend this real quick and just go ahead and apply all. There, I think that's pretty good for the mirror modifiers for now. And then I'm gonna go down here, kind of apply everything. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna delete my QLB file from here. Okay, then let's import this real quick. And guys, yeah, I did not add any colors to it because I did not have time last stream. Okay, let's go with desktop, Lisa_blend. There. Bad QLTF error. Why did I get an error? Okay, let's wait. Import. I think it's export and not import. Let's export this. There. Okay, perfect. I guess I can go ahead and cancel this now. I'll go ahead and save. Now let's go ahead and drag my is it considered Lisa blend 1? Okay, let's remove the blend 1. Okay, wait. Hold up, guys, give me a sec. Is it this? There we go. We just had an imposter there. Replace this file in destination. Okay, I think that's good. There we go. Just had to get this kind of tedious part out of the way. Now I'm gonna open my content drawer real quick. I'm gonna go to something like my desktop, and then let's go with my Blender's QLB files. I'm gonna go ahead and just drag it. Whoa, not there. Okay, here. I'm gonna go ahead and drag this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and import. Are you sure? Let's go with yes. Apply to all. Whoa. Okay, and I think that's... Guys, did I just crash my Unreal Engine? Send and restart. Wait, did I do something wrong? Okay, let me just get my chat back up here. There we go. Okay, what college are you in? Honestly, I can't get my college name, but I am like a freshman. Okay, there we go. Let's just go ahead and I guess open this. Let's restore selected. Okay, let's see. Now let's extend this from here. Guys, I thought that I thought I was getting somewhere. I mean, honestly, I could use any mesh basically, but I wanted to use the mesh that I really worked on creating. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open my map. Now, in my Blender QLB files, if I go to NPC, I have Lisa, I have static mesh. This is the mesh that I initially had. Oh, I think it might have been a bad idea to remove that mesh. Do I have a backup of what I deleted? Let's go to desktop. Let me go to something like my Blender QLB files, NPC. I just have one here. Alright guys, how do you go to your recycle bin? Let me open my recycle bin real quick. There we go, let's kind of shrink this up. Okay, what's with it? You can say. Honestly, I think like if I give the cause, because I live like really close to it, so can't really say the actual name. That would kind of be crazy. Okay, let's go with something like Lisa. Since when did I have so many? Okay, fine. I guess I want to restore this. Replace file in destination. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead and just change the name first. I want to go ahead and rename. I'm gonna right click and then. Well, fine. I guess I'm gonna replace this file. Okay, so now, is it somewhere in my content drawer? I mean, I guess it's fine. Like, I guess it's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna go here and then I'm gonna go to my Blender's QLB files. I'm gonna go to something like NPC. Change this to something like, maybe female. Okay, let's go with something like female. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drag it. And then let's kind of, before I drop, okay, you know what? I should have dropped it. Okay, because I'm being kind of precautious here because I don't want to like mess something up. I'm gonna go to my NPCs section. I'm gonna go ahead and drag my female and drop it here. Let's import. Now from here, I'm gonna get my Lisa and kind of drag it here. Will it? Okay, it does not. So, how do you save this? Save all. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and save all. How do you save that stuff? Okay, maybe I just want to go with the two of these. And it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna open my content drawer, go with something like female, go with static mesh. What did I load? Alright guys, I think this is too much for me. I'll just work on this part later on. Okay, don't want to waste too much time. I just wanted to use the mesh that I already created. Okay, at least what course are you studying? Actually, I did like start a programming, a beginner course for programming, like programming fundamentals, where I am learning Python for now, but then I feel like it's getting kind of tough because I'm learning C++ on stream and Python on class. Okay, when are you gonna sleep? I guess I'm gonna sleep in like maybe 10-ish hours. Yeah, I think in about 10-ish hours I might sleep. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna delete my Lisa from here now. Okay, I can finally go ahead and go to tools, go to create. I'm gonna create an actor. Well, I guess I'll go with the character. I'm gonna call it something like Lisa. Okay, then let's go ahead and create a class. Guys, I feel kind of bad because I deleted that mesh from there. Excuse me guys, that was one of the best meshes that I had. Okay, so it's adding code to projects. Now let's go ahead and reload all. This is for my actor class C++ file. Gonna go ahead and just close this. There we go. Okay, so it's patching remaining relocations. I see. Okay, there we go. Now, once I'm done with this, I'm gonna keep my dodge.cs a bit back there. And then let's go to something like my Tom's C++ file. In my Tom's C++ file, did you learn Unreal Engine from online? Actually, I learned it through AI. Like, I use like, first I started off while using ChatGPT, then I moved on to Gemini and now Claude. They're actually really good at teaching how to do this stuff. If we could actually learn to prompt them to teach us properly. Okay, that's it. Now, in my Tom's header files, let's go ahead and add a comment that says something like store. Let's go with something like store actor or store Lisa. I think store Lisa makes sense. To summon later. So I'm going to store my Lisa as actor, Lisa as actor, to summon later. Okay, for this, I'm going to go with a new property. Okay, which requires, let's say, a few parameters. The first parameter is going to be edit anywhere. I want to be able to edit this anywhere. NYWHERE. And then I want it to be blueprint read only. I only want my blueprint to be able to read this, not really edit it. Okay, and then I want my category, CATEGORY, to be equal to something like summoning. There we go. And then I'm going to create a T subclass of, let's go with T subclass of basically what the T subclass of really does is it like stores an actor inside of a box type stuff, which is like an infinite box that whenever I want to, let's say, extract my Lisa's actor, I go ahead and, let's say, for example, if I want to extract when I click C, I want to summon Lisa, which means every time I click C, I'm going to go ahead and get a grab of my actor from inside my T subclass of and load that actor in a place where I tell it to load, which in this case, it's going to be my Unreal Engine's editor. Okay, or should I say level? I think level makes more sense. Now I'm going to require parameter of my Alisa. This is going to be my class's name. Although before you really go with that, you got to go with something like hashtag include. I'm going to go ahead and include my Lisa's header files. Okay, now all of a sudden, magically I could go ahead and use this. Although this isn't really enough, I gotta go ahead and represent this by a, let's say, local variable called something like summon Lisa. Okay, then I ended with a semicolon. Now that's pretty much it. Okay, I think that was like a mouthful. Once I'm done with this, what is the next thing that I might do? What is the next thing that I might need? Next thing that I may need could be me hitting Ctrl S to save the code and then moving to my Tom's C++ file. In my C++ file, is there something that I need? Let's see. Okay, so under my look action, I'm gonna go with, let's say, another void function. So I'm gonna go with something like void. From my Tom's class, I'm gonna go ahead and get a hold of, let's say, my summon action, where I'm gonna add a pair of parentheses and a pair of curly braces. Didn't I do this stuff? Did I do it somewhere up there? No? I guess not. Was I hallucinating that I actually wrote this part once? Okay, so firstly, I'm gonna go ahead and get my world. Now, to get my world, this is basically me getting Unreal Engine permission to be able to use its world. So I'm gonna go with uWorld, which stands for Unreal's world, which is going to be represented by pointer called world. That is going to be equal to my get world. But this is more like a charter, like, let me have access to your Unreal Engine, let me have access to your world. I'm gonna go ahead and make it a better place. If that made any sense, guys. Okay, once I'm done with this, I'm gonna go ahead and add another comment now. This time, my second comment is going to be in charge of, let's see, I get my world. I want to go ahead and get my object, and then I want to summon that object. Well, guys, let's think. I get my world. Should it be summon object? I could go with summon object, right? Whoops. What up, guys? Kind of dropped the pin. I mean, I hope I just don't get... There we go. Give me a sec, guys. There we go. Okay, can't be like letting these things be on floor. Okay, let's see. So, I get my world. And then I add a if statement. To check if my world exists, I'm gonna go with something like world. If my world does exist, and if I clicked a specific button to summon an object, let's say I want to click C to summon, I'm gonna go to my Tom's header files. I'm gonna fix the spelling of my category. And then I'm gonna go ahead and create another action. This is gonna be called C action. Okay, it's basically me pressing C. So for my C action, I'm gonna go ahead and copy this just to save some time, paste it here, and change summon action to be something like C action, ending with a semicolon. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and copy these. Why did I have B here? Who was B for my summoning? Be pressed, be released. Be pressed, be released. Why did I even add my be pressed, be released? This doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna go ahead and change that to be C pressed, C released. I don't even see a B in my program. There. Now let's hit Ctrl S to save the code. I have my C action, gonna remove this from here, hit Ctrl S, edit anywhere, blueprint, read only, okay, and then let's see the next thing, category summoning, and then this is going to be summon Lisa. Okay, I mean, I think it's good. And guys, ignore me if I'm kind of yawning right now. It's because I didn't get enough sleep probably yesterday. Or like, I haven't been getting enough sleep these days, most likely. Okay, so... After my R&B function, I'm gonna go with my C function. Let's go with something like C function. And what is my C function? It's basically the function that I actually created here, my C pressed and C released. So I'm gonna go with a comment that says C function. For my C function, I'm gonna go with something like void. From my atoms class, I'm gonna go ahead and get access to my C underscore pressed. If my C underscore pressed function has been executed, I'm gonna set my boolean variable of is C pressed is okay, Tom gets a hold of my C pressed function. I'm gonna set my boolean variable of is C pressed to be equal to true. Pressed equals to true. Yes, my C has been pressed. Then I ended with a semicolon. Did I like spell it correct? P is C pressed. Gonna go ahead and copy that. Unless it's my editor that was kind of bugging here. It's correct. Okay, and then once I'm done with this, I'm gonna go ahead and summon my object up. Honestly, I don't even really need to summon anything. This is like about it. I'm gonna save a few lines of code here. Okay, and just kind of get this here. And get that there. There. And just to save time, I'm gonna copy that, gonna paste it here. This is gonna be set to false. That is gonna be set to C underscore release. Okay, perfect. Now, once I'm done with this, what is something else that I want to do? Let's see. C press done, C release done. Okay. And I might want to link now, so I'm gonna go to my summon function first. If my world is set to, if I have access of my world and my boolean variable, let's copy that. Go with Control Z, paste that, and C underscore press is set to true. I'm gonna summon Lisa. Okay, so to summon now, I'm gonna go with something like okay, with something like summon actor. So can I go with something like summon actors as template? Spawn actor. Okay, with the prof ankle braces, I want to go ahead and spawn a actor, where I'm going to be needing the position where my actor actually faces. Where is he gonna face? And which way is he gonna rotate? So I'm gonna do that real quick. Let's go a bit lower here. Inside my statement. I'll do it outside first. So firstly, I'm gonna go ahead and get my direction. Okay, let's go with something like get Lisa direction. This is gonna be which way my Lisa is gonna be facing. I'm gonna go with something like an F vector, which is gonna be represented by a local variable called something like Lisa direction, Direction. So my Lisa is gonna be facing let's say 300 centimeters in front of my player. So I'm gonna go with something like get actor location. Okay, so I get my actor's location, and whatever that location is, I increase that by my get actor forward vector, okay, plus 300 point F, anyway, a semicolon, wherever my actor is currently standing, which is technically my Tom, my character. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn Lisa 300 centimeters in front of where my actor is facing. Okay, that's good. That was kind of, I'd say tedious to actually write. Now that I got my I got my actors as direction, I'm gonna go with something like a F rotator. Okay, get Lisa's direction and rotation. Okay, this is going to be F rotator. Okay, which is going to be represented by a local variable called something like Lisa rotation. Okay, let's go with Lisa spawn. Okay, this means where my Lisa is gonna spawn. Get Lisa's spawn and rotation. Okay, my rotation is gonna be my get control rotation, this function, ending with a semicolon. And now that's about it. Next up, I'm gonna go with spawn actors as template, which firstly requires a parameter of my actor that I'm gonna go ahead and spawn, which is gonna be something like Lisa summon. Okay, is it called Lisa summon? Alright guys, that was the pointer name. It's summon Lisa, so I'm gonna go with something like summon Lisa. Okay, and then the next parameter could be, let's think, where I want my Lisa to spawn. I'm gonna go with Lisa spawn, which is gonna be my direction. Which way do I want it to face? I'm gonna go with something like Lisa rotation. Okay, so I'm gonna go with something like my world's a pointer that points towards spawn actor. Spawn actor. Okay, I'm gonna go with something like spawn. There, spawn actor's template is correct. Is it that I needed my spawn first? And then I'm gonna remove this. There. Is it like in series? Because I forgot which was the positions first for my spawn. Okay, so I have my world, I have my... What else parameters does my spawn require? Hold up guys, let's hit control, let's just save the code first. I'm gonna exit my Visual Studio, open it again, because I might want to check the reference real quick. Okay, because I forgot a tiny thing about my spawn function. Okay, so let's go up here to my, whoops. Let's go to my Necromancer's C++ file. Now, in my spawn, so I get my worlds, I get that, and boss object, if my object exists, it's my object location rotation. Object location and rotation. And instead of plus, it's gonna be asterisk, which means multiply. Okay, I see. Howdy Longster, appreciate you joining the stream. Okay, those were the tiny things that I kind of forgot. Whoops. Give me a sec, guys. Let me go ahead and just exit my Visual Studio real quick. So what's up? I'm actually going to be working on my enemy AI logic that I did work last Monday, but then I did not work on that yesterday because that was like my Blender stream, if that makes any sense. Although, let's go ahead and work with this. So basically the thing that I messed up here was I had to copy my summon Lisa and let's say add it here. So if my the summoning object does exist, then I'm gonna go ahead and do something. I get my spawn. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this from here. Paste it here. And guys, ignore me if I start yawning every once in a while. I am kind of sleepy, to be honest. Okay, my object, my spawn location, spawn rotation. Okay, let's go with something like spawn actor. Okay, let's go with something like world, which points towards spawn actor. Okay, I did this part correct. I'm gonna copy this now. Gonna delete this from here. Gonna go ahead and paste it here. There. Now let's hit tab here to indent this part. Wait, did I like kind of mess up somewhere? Hold up. Let's go there. Copy. Delete. Go here. Paste. Okay, that's perfect. Now it should work. I'm gonna just add this in a pair of parentheses. There we go. And instead of having this be addition, I'm gonna go with asterisk. Okay, so my world is gonna spawn an actor. This is my actor that I want to spawn. This is where I want it to spawn. This is where I want it to face once it spawns. And then a pair of parentheses, ending with a semicolon. Since I'm using a template, I do need a parentheses that does not require any parameter. How could it? I just checked it. I'm back, but remember me. Hiding Smart, is that how I pronounce your name? Actually, I might remember because there are like so many people that come along, so I kind of forget names, but I do remember the person though. Okay, that's it. Let's go ahead and open my, let's say, Summon Access project. Okay, might want to see some of the interface here. Okay, so spawn actor. Let's go to my C++ file. There, so I have my if statement up here for my summon. Okay, this is my necromancer's summon where I get my world, I get my summon object. Okay, then I get that to get my rotation, and then spawn. Oh, I see. Technically, where I messed up was inside the prof ankle braces. I don't really add this stuff. These things go inside the prof parentheses. Okay, I did not know this part. Okay, and what really comes inside my spawn actors' ankle braces is... Alright guys, let's go all the way there. I'm gonna go with the prof ankle braces, close the prof parentheses here. And this is gonna be my Elisa. Okay, I did not know that part. Okay, that ain't fair. I used to come and talk a lot. Honestly guys, I feel my memory is kind of awful. Summon Lisa should come before the get Lisa spawn, but I mean, I think like this is the class that I have, that's the location, and that's the rotation. I think it makes sense. Okay, once I'm done with this, I'm going to hit Control S to save the code. Now, once I'm done saving the code, let's see. Is there anything else that I might need? I might want to add a G engine, so I'm going to go with something like a G engine, which points towards a add on screen debug message. I'm going to go with something like debug message. So let's go with debug message. There. Now my add-on screen debug message is basically going to be requiring a few parameters. The first is going to be a key, which is going to be -1. Second is going to be something like 3 seconds. I wanted to spawn in my screen for 3 seconds the text. And then if colors a structure, which is going to be something like red. And then I'm going to go with something like a text. I'm going to set the text to be something like Lisa has spawned. There. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and end this with a semicolon. Now, once I'm done with this, I'm going to go down here and kind of bind my action up. So I'm going to go with something like enhanced input component that points towards. I'm going to go with a bind action. My bind action is going to be requiring a few parameters. The first parameter is going to be my summon action. Okay, and then I'm going to go with something like an e-trigger event, which is going to be, let's say, having triggered to it. I'm going to go with, I mean, not triggered. I might go with started. Okay. So if a summon action has been started on this object or using this object, I want to do what the summon function tells me to do. There, and then I end this with a semicolon. Okay, there are exams going on, so I couldn't come. Actually, that does make sense. I do like have a quiz and exam tomorrow as well for my college, so I gotta kind of prepare for that. I thought that I'm going to be streaming, like, I actually did not even think I might be able to, like, stream today because of that stuff, but I guess I had some time. Okay, let's hit Control to save the code. Okay, if that is started, there must be completed. That is going to be when my trigger started, and then I'm going to go with something like, okay, summon action has started on this object that I want to do what that tells me to do. Whoops. Okay, I mean, I think it's correct. And then I might just add some space here, just so I can kind of divide them up. And then I'm going to go with another enhanced input component that points towards a bind action. I'm just going to go ahead and copy this to save some time. And then just go ahead and paste it here. Now, this is going to be my C action. Let's go with something like C action. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy C action, paste it here, and then do what the C underscore pressed and C underscore release tells me to do. And there. And then I hit Control S to save the code. Let's hit Control S to save the code here as well. Let's open my Unreal Engine, hit Control Alt F11 to live compile, and just kind of wait for this to compile. Okay, but you're so committed, really. Honestly, I appreciate you. Long story, that actually means the world to me, guys. And also, I'll go to sleep now and happy and see And happy to see you're doing good. Well, I hope I'll see you again. Honestly, I appreciate you joining this stream, Sparta. I'll catch you next stream. Make sure to get 8 hours of sleep and good luck with your exams as well. Okay, that's it. Let's go ahead and hit something like yes. And then go back to map. I'm going to run the code. Oh wait, before I run the code, I did a tiny mistake. Hold up. Let me extend this. Let's go ahead and select my term. I'm gonna go ahead and click this and type something like input. I wanna add an input. Okay, this is gonna be my IA_C that I pressed. I did not create. Kinda careless of me, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go with something like an action input here. Action. Action, there we go. This is going to be called something like IA_C. Okay, I mean, that's like right about it. I'm going to go ahead and click Tom. Go down, set this to be something like IA_C. And then priority 0, correct, that is correct. I might go with something like summoning. Okay, I have my summon action. This is going to be Lisa. Now, I'm going to go to my content drawer. Let's say I'm going to go ahead and click my C C++ classes. I'm going to right click and create a blueprint class for my Lisa. I'm going to go ahead and name this something like BP_Lisa. There we go. Okay, and then let's go ahead and create a class. Now, this is my blueprint class. I'm going to go ahead and do a few things here. For example, I'm going to go ahead and add a mesh for my Lisa. Might add a static mesh. Okay, because I did not have a animated Lisa mesh. Let's go with static. And guys, when I use Blender, it's so hard to do this stuff. I need to work on making so many different mesh and animations before... I don't even know. I think it's like day 150. I think I got like exactly 100 more days left. Okay, so that's going to be my static mesh. Let's go ahead and add something like Lisa. There, get that in front. Get that lower. Okay, not bad. Whoop. Whoop. There. Let's get this a bit back. There. Okay, so that's basically my mesh here. Now, once I'm done with my mesh, I'm going to go to my instance of my Lisa. Let's go ahead and select physics. Is it just me or can you guys not see physics as well? I want to kind of disable it. What up, guys? Let me actually kind of check this up real quick. Where I keep forgetting the name of these things. Let's firstly go with summoning. Summon, SUMMONING. Okay, well, I guess there is no summon here. I think it's something like generate physics. Okay, I see physics up here. And gravity, generate. I think it was something like generate. Let's try generate. Okay, is that like a custom trigger? Honestly, it is a custom trigger. When I hit C, I like trigger me actually, whatchamacallit, summoning an object. Okay, generate wake event, generate hit event, generate overlap events. It was something like physics. I guess I'll look into that in a bit. Before that, I'm gonna go with right click. I'm gonna go with the blueprint class. Let's add a blueprint class for my Tom as well. Because again, I can do this using code, but I think like few things are much easier if done in like blueprint, versus few things much easier if it's done using actual code. Okay. Let's go with something like physics here. I'm gonna find it here. Before that, I'll go with summoning. Okay, this is Lisa summon. I'm gonna go with BP_Lisa. And then let's go with physics. No physics? Maybe I go with collision. Okay, collision, player material, generate overlap events. Simulate generate hit events. I don't remember what was it called. I know it was something called physics that I had to check. I might check that later. Okay, let's see. I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna show that's to save the code, Let's run the code here. Now wait, before I run the code, wait, do I move really fast? I do move really fast. Hold the phone, guys. Let's go with input. Everything done here. Okay, so the reason I'm going fast can just be one thing. I gotta go to my content drawer, I gotta go to content, I gotta go to input. Let's go ahead and click IA underscore move. Digital boolean, just as I thought. And then let's go with content drawer, IA underscore look, digital boolean. And now let's hit Control Alt F11, compile the code, and then let's just go ahead and run it real quick. Okay, let's see. And guys, is it just me who's getting like a migraine and all that stuff? I mean, probably it is. Okay, let's exit this real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and run the code. Nice movement and all that stuff. If I hit C, you guys see? Get the joke? Okay, there is no spawning, there is no summoning here. However, I can look up or down as well. I can move forward, backwards, left, and right. So, a tiny mistake that happened here was if I were to go to my, is this look action? What action is this? Okay, so IA underscore look. I want to look up and I want to look down, so this should be correct. Okay, to look up and down, let's see. I'm going to go to my Tom's C++ file, and in my C++ file, this is going to be a negative value. Kind of forgot about that. Let's hit Control S. Let's open Unreal Engine now. Okay, let's hit Control Alt F11 to compile my code. Let's wait for this to compile real quick. Okay, once it's done compiling, I'm going to run the code. And let's see if I can look up. If I can, then we'll move on from there. I can just look towards the left and towards the right. So I'm assuming in my IMC default, under my IA underscore look, I have mouse's y-axis, x-axis. My y-axis does not have a modifier. I'm going to add a Swiss input axis modifier. Now it should work. Let's hit Control Alt F11 to compile the code. Okay, magically I'll be able to look up and down now, guys. I can look up, I can look down, I can look towards the left, towards the right. If I hit C, I don't spawn anyone. That is because if I were to go to my IMC default, I don't have a action that's really letting me add my C here. So I'm going to click a plus there. This is going to be my IA underscore C. Why do I even have a summon here? That doesn't make any sense. I guess I'll delete that for now. Oh wait, no, mine. My IA underscore summon would have had the C in it, to be honest. Let's have a C button. There. In that case, I wouldn't honestly have needed my C started and C ended if I just had my IA underscore summon. I mean, I won't say it's bad, to be honest. B action, and then I have a C action. Oh, guys, let me just get my phone up here. Okay, this should work, to be honest. I'll just leave it as it is. Summon BC. Okay, let's go to Unreal Engine. Now, I'm going to go to my main file. I'm going to Control Alt F11 to compile my code real quick. So let's wait for this to compile. There we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and exit this, run the code. If I were to hit C now. Oh, surprisingly, I don't spawn anyone. Why? Let's go with, oh, because I do not have an IA underscore C. There, let's change this to IA underscore C. Okay, I'm gonna just exit that. Go here, there we go. Let's go ahead and extend this real quick because most likely I don't have a summon up here. Or do I? Let's go with something like Tom's summon. I have a summon action and I have a C action. Summon action has been triggered. I want to do this. I have my C action here, which is either set to pressed or released depending on what I press. If I go to header files, I have, let's say, a C action as well. I have a C action. So in my C++, my C action started, completed. Why did I have started here and not triggered? Okay, summon action has started on this object. I want to do what that does. This is going to be summon. When I click C, I want to go ahead and summon. Let's go with summon. Okay, now let's hit Control S to save the code. I should be able to summon an object now. Okay, is that like a custom trigger? Okay, let's go with something like, whoops, let's go with Control Alt F11. While it's compiling, I might kind of just shrink my my details is panel from here. It's kind of getting in the way. And then let's run the code. C to summon. Okay, maybe B. Okay, C does not work. Why does it not work? Let me see. Before I see, let me just keep my phone keeps falling down. Okay, why does my C not work? I have a C action. This should have been my summon action. I want to summon when I click C. So apparently I want to summon when I click C, but I cannot. Okay, why could that be? Let's think. Okay, let me just open my OBS real quick to check if everything's going good. Okay, let me just go to my main camera. Okay, guys, just had to check if my camera just went off because my phone just fell on it. Okay, so I have a bind action. So I want to bind my summon action. Let's think. Why or where is it that I am actually using my summon action? I have it linked. Once it has been started, I want to do this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this function. I want to summon when my summon action is being pressed. I might know where I messed up. Hold up, guys. Summon if B is being pressed. Okay. I think I see. Hold up, guys. I think I see where I messed up. Summon action C. I want to summon when I click C. My summon action is going to be triggered once C has been pressed on my keyboard. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove this. Actually, I'm going to go with input. Hold up, guys. I think someone just came in a sec. Let me just go with something like input here real quick. Okay, and then I'm going to go with Tom. Let's keep my OBS open just in case there's like background noises. Okay, so now for my C action, I do have a C up here. And then I have something like IA underscore summon. Okay, let's see. And guys, I hope like you guys can like hear any kind of background noises. So for my IA underscore summon, I have my summon action. I have my IA underscore RMP action, move action, look action. Okay, honestly, I think it's the same. Hold up, guys. Let me just mute myself real quick. Okay, was just making sure there's no background noises. Okay, so I have IA underscore summon. This should be correct, to be honest. There is a C action. Why did I create a U property for my C action? Let's think. I might not need my C action. I'm going to kind of remove this. And then I'm going to go to my Thompson's header files and kind of remove my U property of C action here as well because I don't really need it, to be honest, right? Okay, I just need to check if my C has been or has not been pressed. And there, I think that's good. I think this should be kind of correct. Now, if I were to go ahead and move on to my Tom's header files, let's go to my header files, scroll all the way down. I'm going to go ahead and remove my C action from here. Okay, this is going to be summon action now, not C action. I'm going to go with summon action. Let's copy that. Let's paste this. Actually, let's copy that. Let's paste it here. I meant summon action for all. Hold up, guys. Let's copy that. Let's paste it here. Let's paste it here. If my summon action has been done, I mean, B is an input. Summon is going to be linked to my B. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and delete the two of these. I have a released as well. If started, there must be released. Summon action released. C released. B is not being held anymore. C has been released. So I might remove this from here, and that should, I think this should work as well. Let's try it first. I'm going to open my Unreal Engine, and then let's hit something like Control Alt F11 to compile. Then I'm going to go ahead and kind of close my details this panel because it's getting in the way. Okay, and magically I should see my C action disappear from here. There we go, it's gone. Now let's run the code. If I run the code and I hit C, nothing spawns. Okay, something should spawn in my opinion. Okay, let's go to the summon action C. When I press C, I want to go ahead and summon something. Why do I still have an IA underscore C? Okay, can I kind of force delete this? There we go, let's kind of force delete it. Okay, so I have look, I have move, I have IA underscore RMB. Okay, my summoning logic might be correct. There's something that I'm missing from here in that case. Maybe I might go to something like my Lisa's class. I'm gonna go with something like summon. Okay, there's no summon there. Okay, I guess since there's no summon here, I'm gonna go ahead and look for a summon in my Tom's class as well. Let's go with summon. So there we go. So summon action is going to be something like IA underscore summon. This might be the culprit all along, guys. So let's hit control, let's save the code, and then let's run it. Let's hit C. Are they like spawning somewhere in the sky? I mean, I think I found the culprit, to be honest. What's wrong though? Let's get my Visual Studio back up here. Okay, now summon action. There's something wrong with my binding in that case. If an event has been started on this object, I want to summon. This is gonna be C underscore press. C underscore press, C underscore release. It is linked to my summon action. I might need IA underscore C. Hold up, guys, I'm kind of just deep thinking real quick. So I cannot have 3 summon actions. I need to have 1 summon action. Whoops, guys, hold up. Was I kind of covering my mic up with my hands? Okay, that was on me. Hold up, guys. In my header files, I'm gonna hit a bunch of Control Z's, get my C action again. Gonna go ahead and copy that. Gonna go here, paste the C action here, paste the C action here. Okay, let's see. Hit Control, let's save the code again. Guys, ignore me if I'm yarning. I probably didn't get enough sleep. Move, look. Why started and not triggered? I don't think I need triggered. Okay, for my summon, I check if my world is there, if my C is being pressed, and if my summon Lisa exists, I do this. Okay. Let's go to Unreal Engine and kind of hit Control Alt F11 to compile the code. Okay, give me a sec, guys. Let's wait for the code to compile. Okay, perfect. It says build failed now. This is actually what I was maybe looking for. C action. The reason it says build fail is because I did not hit Control S here. Because I was like, if I get an error, it's easier to kind of debug it. And I think I dropped my pen again. Did I compile? I forgot. Let's hit Control Alt F11. Okay, let's wait for this to compile. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of exit this up. Run the code. Why do I keep dropping my pin? There. Guys, can't have any of these pins be falling, like being lying on the floor. Want me to shoot? If I see nothing spawns. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead and get Gemini up here now. Let's say something like Sensei. So I created a new project where I wanted to summon Lisa. I did the programming part, but I forgot what to do in my blueprint class that I created for my Lisa and for my Tom. Lisa is who I want to summon. Tom is my player. And while I'm actually saying that to Gemini, I'm gonna go right here and kind of scroll down because I actually forgot about this. Where's my IA underscore C? Alright, here's the thing. Will I need IA underscore C? Not really, because I have the IA underscore. Okay, you know what? I might really go with IA underscore C. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, let's go with action, because I might really need it, because C is an input action, but it does come under my summon though. It comes under my summon action, so it is considered my summon. I'll just go with IA underscore C real quick. I can always delete this thing. Okay, let's set this to IA underscore C here. Now, I'm gonna compile the code real quick. Okay, let's compile it real quick. Okay, I'm glad. I was like, there's no way I'm dropping the pin for the third time. And I don't know why I got like 3 of these pins. It's kind of fun to play with them. Okay, let's kind of run the code. Hit C. Okay, it didn't work. So I'm gonna get Sensei slash Gemini up here. The rebirth of Lisa, the boss slash AI. Since you created a C++ class, you must in turn from a picture stuff AI controller. The brain in the details panel. Search for AI controller class. Make sure to set it to AI controller. Auto possess font. Okay, hunt. Inherit C++. Assign the mesh. Give Tom mesh body. Game mode. BP underscore Tom. Okay, the connection check. Wait, let me say something like, Sensei. Not the AI logic yet, just me summoning it. I forgot how to do the part that I needed to do in the blueprint classes for both the one I need to summon and the one that is doing the summoning. Okay, let's see. Guys, I'm gonna like ignore the random ignore the extra talks here, the chats here. Okay, left mouse button. You need to tell the world put Lisa here. F file, spawn actor, blah blah blah, Lisa. Search for auto possess AI. Set it to place world. Auto possess AI. Okay, so firstly, so in Lisa's blueprint, the summon. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to something like my Lisa's blueprint. I'm gonna go with something like AI. Actually, was it something like, there we go, auto possess AI, place in world or spawn. AI controller itself, it's going to be AI controller, then I compile and I run the code. Let's it see. Doesn't work, so I'm going to read the next chart as well, because I know that I need to set auto possess AI to something. The spawn collision trap. Okay, since the blueprint. Okay, Tom's blueprint has the spawn actor from classes node. Library auto possess set to place in world or spawn. The class is the spawn node, actually printing to BP underscore Lisa and not the C++ class. Always spawn the blueprint version so you get the mesh and animations. Okay, maybe I'm gonna go with something like Control C. Let's get Gemini back up here. There we go, and then I'm gonna go ahead and paste this here. Go with Shift Enter. Go to here, copy that, get Gemini here, paste it, go Shift Enter and see something like Sensei. Is this correct? Huh, pretty sure there might be like a small error here. This code is beautiful. You've handled enhanced input like a pro, blah blah blah, and the checklist. Okay, when your BP underscore Lisa, you must link it, so T pose a blueprint world. Wait, you check summon Lisa in your code, which is correct, but remember that summon action is an input pointer, not a boolean. Your code currently spawns Lisa immediately the moment you press summon action key, but only if C is already held down. Wait, I think I did something wrong, right? Maybe not. Hold up, guys. I think let me just go ahead and right-click that. Open my Summon X project. This is just like for looking at a reference. Okay, let's wait for my unbuilt configurations to open, which is definitely going to be opening somewhere right now. There we go. Let's accept that. Now, in my C++, let's go here. So, I had a summon action for my Necromancer, and then I had a boss summon action. Summon action started. C, press C least. Okay, so where am I messing? So I have a summon action. So I had boss summon action. Okay, so blah blah blah. B is pressed, word is checked, boss object exists. Okay, boss object. Boss summon action. Okay, that is a whole different action. I gotta ignore this and I gotta ignore all these. All I need is that and that. So I go with bind. That is going to be summon. Okay, I did this exact same thing here. I have a started, I have a completed. Guys, I keep kind of messing with my mic up. Okay, let's go all the way up here. I have a regular summon action, I have a boss summon action. They both go under inputs as category. And then I have C press C release, B press B release summon. And then is C pressed, is B pressed. I mean, I think I did this part correct, right? And then let's go to the C++ file. Okay, so summon action started completed. Okay, I think, yeah, I did this part correct. There is nothing that I messed up here. That is summon action, that is boss summon action. Wait, from my boss summon action, be pressed, be released. Boss summon action, be pressed, be released. Oh, I think I see. Okay, I see. This is gonna be my summon action, which shouldn't be called summon action. I'm gonna go with something like summon Lisa. Or let's go with something like Lisa summon action. Hit control S to save the code, copy that, go here. I'm gonna go ahead and paste the Lisa summon action there, Lisa summon action there, and Lisa summon action here. And then I'm going to remove my C action because I won't really need this stuff. Okay, and I think that's it. I think that's about it. So I'm going to control S to save the code. This should be pretty much it, to be honest. I'm going to go to my C++ file. This is C press, C release, summon action. Okay, this is summon. Want to summon Lisa. Okay, let's hit Control S to save the code now. I'm going to open my Unreal Engine. And then I'm going to hit Control Alt F11 to compile. Let's wait for the code to compile now. Okay, and guys, after this works, I might actually work on the next chunk. Like, I guess I worked on adding movement to my player this Monday. So this stream, I might just be able to add a summon logic to my actual player because I do kind of gotta go for studying for my tomorrow's exam. But the reason I'm kind of dead and like have awful commentary is because I'm really sleepy. See. Okay, so I have I_C. I'm gonna kind of force delete this. I have autopon possess. Lisa summon is gonna be having IA_summon. Okay, then IMC default has IA_summon, which is gonna be C. And now let's hit Control Alt F11 to compile the code. I think this should work, to be honest. If this doesn't work, I don't really know. Okay, hi doing Damarus, Bizarre Peninsula name. I appreciate you joining the stream. Okay, fingers crossed. See. Okay, I definitely gotta set a body for my Lisa. I think I did not do that. Did I? I did that. I actually did that. Maybe I might add a position. So I'm gonna go there. Let's hit something like E to rotate. I'm gonna rotate myself. Whoops, let's hit Control S to save the code. Let's go with 90 degrees. Hit W, gonna come in front. Gonna go towards the left. There, I think that's good, right? I mean, where am I messing up? I gotta think. Not sure. Not IMC default. I have my C being pressed, right? Okay, what do I need in my blueprints? Let's get Gemini here. Okay, let's say something like Sensei. So I wrote the code that I use to summon my Lisa, but I created a blueprint class for both. And for my Lisa, I changed the auto AI possess to spawn and world. What to do next? Okay, because I'm positive I'm missing something. There should be something else. A master is performed. Okay, the plugin. Okay, summon Lisa, go to details panel. Okay, in the drop down for summon Lisa, you must select BP underscore Lisa. Sensei step, do not select C++ class a Lisa if you don't. If you do, Tom will spawn invisible collision. Do not select the C++ class. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. The input mapping, giving Tom life. Since you're using enhanced input, Tom into BP, blah blah blah. Ensure all your input actions. Okay. I have Lisa summon. Where is my C action? Lisa summon action. I think that. Okay, let me kind of think this through. I know I'm doing a silly mistake here. I know exactly what mistake it is, but I can't figure it out. I need my action name, which is going to be my Lisa summon action. I gotta kind of link it, so I linked my Lisa summon action to my IE underscore summon, which is my input action summon. And then let's go to summoning. Well, there we go. BP underscore Lisa. And now this should work. This should work. Let's go with Control Alt F11. There we go. Okay, guys, I think it's just about figuring this part out and working like long enough. See. Lisa summoned. Well, I guess that was like pretty much it. Okay, so I can just spawn Lisa every time I click C. Although I don't have physics, so they don't like kind of fall down. They kind of like block me up. Okay, well, I mean, I would say it looks kind of bad. Okay, and then every time I click C, do they kind of spawn down there? Well, it's not my fault if there's physics up here. If you guys want to just drop mannequins down in the void, you guys could like go ahead and do that stuff, I guess. Okay, well, not bad. I could have set it to be triggered as well. But yeah, that's actually pretty much it. Let me try to kind of go through them. There we go. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. I'll work on the rest next stream. And that said, let me go to my main camera. The reason I'm editing the stream right now is because I have like an exam and quiz tomorrow, so I gotta kind of prepare for that. Okay, that's that. Alright guys, so basically that was pretty much it for the stream. We kind of get in the center of my screen. There we go. Okay, that's that. If you guys did enjoy the stream, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, like, and my algorithm sharing makes it fun. Subscribing is like on top. That's it. I just start montage streaming on Twitch, Kick, YouTube. I will start montage streaming on TikTok and Instagram as well. So if you guys did enjoy my content and haven't followed me there, make sure to follow me there. The link is going to be in the description. And also join the Discord server. That's where you talk to you guys, chat with you guys, have general conversations. The link is going to be in the description. And also in my bio, and you guys can get access to my Discord server by tapping exclamation Discord on chat as well. That's that. I'll catch you guys next live stream or video. Peace.